city. So Izmir, this name where we get Smyrna, was the second letter or second church. And as we were talking coming up here, we were thinking images of church, like a big building. Because we're talking, it's communities. There were communities that were gathered. So these 7 different communities or 7 type of cultures that we hear in Revelation. I'm just going to read this first one. And as we listen in the letters, there's a description, there's a formula for each of these letters that were written out. So it addresses a title, and then it goes into address the community. So here, to the angel of the church of Smyrna, write this. So here's the title it mentions. This is Revelation 2, verse 8. Write this. The first and the last, one who once died but came to life, says this. So there's the descriptive title. One who once died but came to life says this. I know your tribulation and poverty, but you are rich. I know the slander of those who claim to be Jews and are not, but rather are members of the assembly of Satan. Do not be afraid of anything that you are going to suffer. Indeed, the devil will throw some of you into prison that you may be tested and you will face an ordeal for 10 days. Remain faithful until the end. Remain faithful until death, and I will give you the crown of life. Whoever has ears ought to hear what the Spirit says to the churches. The victor shall not be harmed by the second death. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
So again, this was Revelation chapter 2, verse 8. And we see the title that was given. And as we speak into the church here, he's writing out, and each one of these churches has a different theme or title. So he's saying here, I know your poverty. And as we look at it in this community today, it's not a poor community. It's like flip-flopped. It's a very great commerce here in agriculture and production. But in the time of this letter, he's writing, I know of your poverty, but you are very rich. We can see how these will vary from the other churches that we'll hear about. He's encouraging them that they are very rich. And he's challenging them. He's telling them there's going to be a period of time they're going to suffer. He said, but there's an encouragement, don't be afraid. In each of our lives, and sometimes we think we feel so poor, but those are the times when we are very rich. And even in the struggles, sometimes we're going to go through struggles in our life, and even in this chapter here, this particular church, he puts a time limit. There's a particular period, but in the end, there's going to be great glory. Whoever has ears, let them hear. And this sense, if we can set our sights on the beauty, we can endure any of the challenges that will incur. So we look forward to seeing more of the churches to come in the future. Stay tuned.